Tonight we're gonna be showing you how to make adobo. I'm gonna show you all the ingredients. I got the chicken right here. I have boneless chicken breasts. Alright. And I'm gonna be adding a little bit also of some chicken drumsticks along with it. Alright, I'll mix it together. Alright, now we have all our ingredients here. I have some garlic, which I'm going to be crushing right now, okay, and a little bit of onion, and some gluten-free and wheat-free soy sauce. I mean, if you have problems with gluten, this is the best brand of choice. You can also, you might want to read all the ingredients and everything and see. And that's what we did, and we saw that this is gluten-free. It says right there, gluten-free. Gluten-free. And it doesn't have any wheat. Okay. It bothers my wife. Gluten bothers my wife, and wheat bothers her, so we decided to try to find soy sauce without those without the gluten and the wheat. So we found one. We're also using apple cider vinegar. Here we go. Alright. And so what we're going to do is we're going to crush our garlic cubes first, okay? That's where we go. So I'm going to crush. That's what I do. See? It's easier to peel them after you crush it. There you go. And see, I got them all crushed. Remove all those peels. Just put them right there on the side. And while I'm doing that, I start up my stove. Got it right there, okay? Alright, and so while I'm waiting for that to heat up, well, I'll put a little bit of vegetable oil in there. See, here we go. Okay, just a little bit. Don't want too much. And now while I'm waiting for that, I start slicing up my onions. There you go. So this is how I do it. Some people, they want to do circular, make them look like they're circle. Circle onions, like onion rings. So I got all my stuff ready. See, there. Then I go and open this and find my black pepper, a little bit of adobo seasoning here, and I might not even need that salt, and a little bit of sugar. If you don't have sugar, what we usually use is I use jelly. Anything, I like the adobo to have a little bit of sweetener on it. So here we go, you turn your blower off. Okay, so now I can see that my vegetable oil, my oil is a little bit heating up over there. So I put my garlic, not too close. Just zoom it. I might start sprinkling on you. While I'm doing that, because it's really hot, I can turn the heat down a little bit. Turn the heat down a little bit. Okay, back this way. There you go. Can you see it? Can you see it? Alright. Until it browns. See, now it's brown. It kind of smells really good in here when you do that with the garlic. There. So I put my onions in there and kind of stir fry it a little bit. See? There. Let the onions cook a little bit. Yeah, woo, it smells good in here. Yeah. Now, see, you have to keep on stirring it, stirring it up, because you don't want to just let it sit, it burns. So you go like this. See, I turn my heat down a little bit. Now that's almost, you can see all the onion juice coming out, and it's really mixing up together with my garlic. And so now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna get my chicken. Here's my chicken right here. See? Got some boneless chicken breast that I'm gonna open up and just kind of dump that in there. Boneless chicken breast. See? And let's turn that down. And I want to add a little bit of some chicken drumsticks. A little bit of chicken drumsticks on the mix. There you go. You know, they usually come in Ziplocs. And that's, I'm not going to use the whole bag, so I'm going to use a few.
Move over, Daddy.
There. So I'm gonna put this right here. Okay. 1, 2. Look up this. 3, 4, 5, 6. About 7 drumsticks would be all right. What do you think? Right? I would say so. There. 8. You have 4 kids like I do. You need more. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is put a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Just a little bit there. Just a little bit more. That's not gonna hurt. You don't want to put too much. And now we're gonna try to open this.
Nice.
There you go. We open our wheat-free, gluten-free soy sauce. Okay. Here we go. Just put that, a little bit of that all over. Raise the heat up a little bit. Raise the heat up a little bit. You gotta keep an eye on it all the time. See when it's boiled. It boils. See? And I want to cook this slow cook. See? There you go. That's good enough, I think. Don't you think so? I think so.
Looks like it.
Okay. So, a little bit of adobo seasoning on it. There. Not too much of this, it becomes too salty. Alright, so now the next thing I want to put in there is some of this. What do you know? Hey, I put a little bit of chicken flavor. There, see? That's from a ramen. A little pack from ramen. And a little bit of pepper on it, see? Oh, it's running out of pepper. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is just let it boil. It has to cook slowly, because when you cook slowly with low heat, I would say I put it, my high heat over here is number 10, and if I do put it on low heat, I will wait till it boils. When this one boils, then I'm going to put this on number 6. That way it's going to be slow cooked. If it's slow cooking, it's going to make the chicken meat very tender. You don't want it high heat. Slow cook after it boils, turn it down, and then just wait for it. And then after that, you either put a little bit of sugar on it, maybe like a teaspoon or a spoonful of sugar, or if you don't have sugar, what you want to do is you put a little bit of jelly on it, or something to give it a little bit of like a sweet and sour taste.
Or honey.
And yeah, or honey. And there you go. So I'm just gonna leave it that way, and then when it boils, we'll come back on the camera. All right, here we go. So now while we're waiting for it to boil, we cover it up, okay? So that way it produces more heat that way, and it'll boil quicker. And when you hear it boiling, then you can turn your setting down probably to number 6 or number 5, so it can cook slowly. And as a result, of a low heat cooking, it gives you that tender, very tender taste. Okay. All right. It's boiling. All right. See that? It's really cooking good. So now we open it and we add some sugar in it to give you that little bit of taste of sweetness. See that sugar is so solid. It's going to start melting. Put a little bit of sugar here and there. Brown sugar, that should be good. So now, close it again and then turn it down. There you go. See my setting? My setting's on number 7, and the slow cooking usually brings out a nice tender meat that's very, very delicious to eat. Okay, I'll come back when it's done. Show you the result. What you want to do also is that if you open it up, see when you put like chicken in there, especially like a frozen one, and then you start cooking it and all the water comes out, and then you wind up with a lot of water. And what you want to do is like you want to let it evaporate. See, just open it up like that and let some of the water evaporate a little bit until you get to the level where you think you're happy with it. You know, I kind of like I'll have a little bit more broth in my adobo. But that's just, you know, like a side thing I wanted to mention. All right, so just keep on letting it boil slowly until it completely cooks, and then we're going to start serving it. And we're going to add a little bit of some onion rings around it to make it look good before serving. Okay. So now we're right here, and as you see, it's been boiling. This has been boiling for like a good half an hour, and you see the broth has gotten a lot thicker, and it's really mixed up all together, and it's very delicious. That's what you want to aim for, a nice thick broth. So now what we're going to do before we do our finishing touches on this is we're going to get one of the meats and we're going to test it for tenderness. I'm going to show you right now what you want to aim for as much as the... Wow, see that? That all the juices are in there. That's very tender, see? See? Wow, see? So now we're gonna put that back in there. Well, we don't. My wife's gonna test that. She's gonna have. I'm putting this big piece back here. Look, let's see my wife. Go ahead. Let's see if it's alright. Delicious. All right. Now I put the big piece back over there. Now for our finishing touches on our cooking, let me go and eat this meat. We want to get one of these onions. It's just to make it really look nice before serving. Just turn this light on. So there you go. Peel off the brown part, skin of the onion.
That's a beauty.
Yeah. All right. See what I did right there. All right. And what you do is you want to cut some onion shape. Get that end out, and this other end out. Cut that off. All right, now I'm gonna cut. I'm not gonna use the whole entire onion. It's too much. So I'm just gonna half, and you want to cut them into small rings. See, like this. There, one. Okay. Two. That's really all that you need. And watch what I do. Right here. See, just break it up, and you got your little onion rings. There. See? And what you want to do now is put this, tear this whole thing up. There. And you put them right here on top. It's the oven is already. I mean the range is already off, so I'm not. It's still boiling a little bit. That's just enough to kind of like semi-cook those onion rings that I cut. I'm just gonna put this right here. before I serve it to the kids. There you go. See? Put that right there on top. Make it look nice and appetizing. If they don't want the onions, they can just go right ahead and get the meat. But this is how the Philippine style onions, adobo is done. And that's how it's done, and it's ready to serve with rice. Okay? So, we'll see you again next time. Goodbye for now. This is Alan's Kitchen.